What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Burn it up for so. Yeah, BRISKO, not know when was up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. Now look, what up y'all? Welcome to another episode of LGBT. Today we will be reacting to a woman talk about dating on TikTok as a lesbian and why she will never do it again. All right. So look, I ain't gonna hold you. I never do. If you mess with me like I mess with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
I'm gonna do story time about why I don't date women off of TikTok anymore. It's a very long story, so I'm gonna do it in parts, but it was the most traumatic situation I've ever been in for me. Being who I am, knowing who I am, and still tolerating a lot of the stuff that I tolerated. So first we're gonna get into how it went about us actually just communicating. So she followed me on TikTok and very engaging, very sweet, cute. So we were communicating with each other for a little bit on TikTok, which was fine. Then she asked for my phone number. When I gave her my phone number, I was already skeptical, so I gave her a text now number. Kind of find out she did the same, so it was okay. So we were texting back and forth. She sent me a very long text about who she is, a little bit about herself. Then I exchanged a text about myself. When I sent the text about me, she sent another text saying how old she was. When she sent the text, it says that she was 26. When I received the text, I never text back because at this age, I'm 33. I just didn't want to deal with anything immature. I should have went with my gut. I could have dodged the bullet. But I never text back, but we were still communicating on TikTok. She was, like I said, very engaging, very sweet. She would go live, I would get on her live, and she would make it seem like I was the only person there, like really gassing me up. So I was like, oh dang, wow, let me see. So we talking back and forth, and she was like, why did you text back? So I told her, it was because of your age. I really don't want to deal with anybody immature. So she told me that she's
Age doesn't define maturity.
Mature, healed, a whole bunch of lies, basically. So I ended up texting her again. So when we started texting, it was really cool. We actually talked for a very long time. She wasn't in a rush to be in a relationship. I really like that. I value that now. That's the one thing I did get from her, that you should take your time with people. We took a lot of time, actually. So we got to know each other, then we decided to link. I came up with the idea first to meet in the middle of Florida and Georgia. So we met in the middle, which was like a 4-hour drive for both of us. So this encounter was crazy. I take full responsibility for anything that I have done because I ended up being very sensitive and, well, I don't know if I should take responsibility, so I don't know. But we'll get into that. I drove 4 hours. I packed food that I cooked. I'm talking collard greens, candy yams, macaroni and cheese, everything that I cooked because I wanted her to get like an experience of eating dinner with me with food that I cooked because your girl can really throw down. So when I get there, I go get her favorite soda and I go get her a rose. And I set the room up like for her to come. So then she comes. When she got there, she was very shy, very nervous, really didn't talk too much, but I'm shy too. But if somebody else is shy, I can balance them out. So I found the courage to be more communicative. So yeah, we ate and then we started playing like little games to get to know each other. I'm very competitive, so I wanted to play Uno. I would play ass. So then we drinking and we playing other games where we asking questions about each other. It so happened to start getting a little hot and bothered about the liquor. So I told her I was ready to go to sleep. Ready to go to sleep. Yeah, so she was like, okay, let's lay it down. Just a note, we've been talking for, I'll say about 3-4 months at this time. So yeah, okay. we got very acquainted with each other prior to the visit. So, well, a bit, because I still don't know who this woman is. So we end up laying down in the bed doing the do. Young buck got down to business, like very nasty, such a freak. I was going crazy. I was obsessed. Like literally, she did a lot of things that kind of fucked with my head. Yeah, basically. The next morning we go to breakfast. We decide to sit next to each other instead of across from each other. So I'm very affectionate. I'm touching on her leg. We having a conversation. She's like, my eyes are so pretty. We leave breakfast and we go back to the hotel and we did the do again. Like a lot of doing to do. So then that night we stayed there all morning, all day and did the do. So then the next day we go to dinner. So when we go out to dinner, we're drinking. I'm really drinking. I like to drink. So at this time, I requested that we leave and go back to the hotel to do the do again. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing the do with her. And that's part of why I got myself in this situation. So we go back to the hotel, and she says, after she told me that she didn't have to work that weekend, she said she had to go back to work, which was one of the lies. So she said she has to leave early to make it back to Georgia. So she said she's gonna put her luggage in her car that night so she could just get up and leave at 4 in the morning. Sure, okay. So I left too because I was like, I'm not gonna stay here if you're not gonna be here. That night she goes to put her luggage in the car. I'm drunk, but I ain't never that drunk, so I'm in the window being nosy. She puts her luggage in there and then she drives off. I call her phone because she never communicated doing anything besides putting her luggage in the car. So I'm calling her phone, she's not answering the phone. I call my friend at the time, and she like, what the heck is that about? That's weird. She's not answering the phone. No. So like 30 minutes go by, she still never calls back or answers the phone. So at that time I was like, yeah, no, hell no. I started packing up my stuff, leaving the hotel to drive back home that night. So I get 40 minutes away, and then she started calling my phone and FaceTiming me, so I answer FaceTime. So she FaceTimes me, and she looks really sad. She was like, did you leave? And I was like, yeah, you didn't answer the phone. She was like, I was on the phone with my mom's significant other. So I'm like, okay, you couldn't send a text or something? Like, you didn't say you were going to do anything. She was like, yeah, I want to go put gas in my car. Are you coming back? So at this time, I'm like, okay, I'm coming back. Yeah, I went back. Okay, so.
Okay, hold on.
I go back. When I went back, she met me downstairs. She had this energy like, get your.
That ain't making no sense to me. You were on the phone and you went to go get some gas. This woman says she got 40 minutes down the road. She was calling, she was texting, whatever. No one was answering the phone. We gon' hypothetically say maybe 20 to 30 minutes had passed. Then she got 40 minutes down the road. So that's over an hour at this point. And you gonna tell me you left to go get gas? It took you over an hour to go get gas. And I say over an hour because you had to realize that I wasn't there. So whether you was in that parking lot, just sitting in the car doing whatever, then you finally decided to come up to the room again, whatever the case may be, it took over an hour for you to go put that luggage in that car. You didn't even communicate that you were going to go get gas. And then now I'm down the road and you're telling me, oh, I just went and got gas and I was on the phone with my mom's significant other. No, you're gonna have to see me next time. I'm already en route. But she a little cuckoo because of what they've been doing. She already said the things that this woman had did to her had her a little crazy. So I'm not giving no pass, but that's why she went back.
Fast back up here. So I was like, okay. And I went back up there, and she was like, yeah, the way you acting, we ain't doing that tonight. So I put my cat in her face because we're definitely doing something tonight because that's what I want to do. Okay, so just a side note, this woman is masculine presenting. She is a stud, but she's very feminine. I knew that from the beginning. Very sassy. I'm okay with that. It didn't bother me. Usually I am very dominant in the bedroom. I love everything about a woman, so I'm that type of woman. So when we would sleep together, I would try to cuddle with her, and she would move my hands off of her like she didn't want to be touched. I think that had something to do with her being a BBW, but girl, it was very fluffy, very squishy, I loved it, you know. Okay, so just to get to the first red flag real fast, before I go to the second part, which ain't gonna be today because I'm on my way to work. So red flag number 1. We both are hitting home. I'm very sad. I'm tore up. I'm like, oh my God, I want to miss her. I really liked her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this shit. So we get on the road. I'm in my feelings listening to Slow Jam. She doing what she do. And then she ends up calling me maybe an hour and a half into the drive. So we're talking. She's like, I'm going to miss you. I'm like, I'm going to miss you too. And I really had a great time. Blah, 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 blah. So then it gets to...
What was she doing?
The point in the conversation where she's like, okay, I'm going to let you drive a bit. And then we'll talk again. I'm like, okay, cool. After we get off the phone call, not even 10 to 15 minutes later, she asks me to send her some money because her card was locked.
Some money?
She was using it in Florida. Okay. I sent her the money because, yeah, I don't want you to be in a messed up situation. So, yeah, I sent her the money. Then she gets home eventually.
How'd she get it?
And she asks.
Y'all let me know. If your card's locked due to... swiping it in Florida because you didn't put a travel notice on your card. Understandable. But if your card is locked, how you getting the money that she's sending? Maybe Cash App? Maybe she got a Cash App card? That might be it. I might have answered my own question, but I don't know. How you sent the money?
This is me to send her some more money.
Some more?
I sent some more money.
How much did you send the first time?
Okay, so then she's like, when her card gets unlocked, which is going to be in a few days, that she's going to send the money back. So I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so weeks go by. She never talks about sending the money back, never even addressed borrowing the money. So I sent a message to her, letting her know if she needed the money, she could keep it. But I didn't appreciate the non-communication after she borrowed the money. Yeah. After that message, she sends a message explaining something about the card, which I feel like it was a lie. I don't know. I really didn't care, but she never sent the money back, which was okay at this point. Welcome back to part 2. just wanted to say, I'm not blaming TikTok. That's not what I'm doing. I've been getting a lot of messages saying don't blame TikTok. Comments saying don't blame TikTok. That's not what this is about. I'm taking full responsibility for the way that I chose to meet people. I struggle with anxiety and being shy, so I'm not as outgoing when I go to places. I go to events. I go to places where I could just meet somebody, you know, with a face-to-face interaction. I choose not to do so because I'm scared. So I kind of am better at the dating scene when it comes to online dating, basically. Okay, so first and foremost, the story that I'm sharing is for my community, like women that love women. If you just so happen to come across this page and that's not you, that's definitely fine. You'll definitely enjoy the story, but you'll never understand how intense it is to be with a woman. Another thing, let's get off of the money situation. The entire time that I was there with her, she paid for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I didn't pay for those things. So when she said that her card was flagged for fraud, it made sense, which was understandable. So that the whole money situation didn't bother me. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, welcome to part 2. When we went back home,
I can understand
I felt really good about the connection. She did too.
Pause. Damn. I can understand the money situation not bothering her as far as to the stud asking for the money. You know, I can understand that not really getting to her not worrying about that. It's like, it is what it is. You took care of me when we were just together. You asked for something, I give it back. But the thing I don't like, and I think the thing that she didn't like also, was there was no communication about it. Like, hey, babe, yeah, I know I borrowed the money. Can I get a little bit more time on it? Or I don't have it just yet, or I'm still working on it, or something would have sufficed other than just acting like it never happened. But the borrowing of the money, probably not a big deal. She probably has a shitload of money. She's not worried about, oh, you borrowed $75 from me. I need my $75 back. She's probably not even, it is what it is. But don't act like it didn't happen. And I've had my card locked up before, not putting a travel notice on it. So I understood and I got what happened, but I was just like, okay, if your car is locked up, how are you getting the money anyway? But again, it could be Cash App or it could be PayPal. Maybe she has a PayPal card. I don't know.
On the phone every day, we text, we told each other about things that we've been through. She told me about things that she's been through with her childhood, which I don't want to get into because this video is not to bash her. None of this is to bash her. It's just to talk about my experience. So we don't need to worry about who she is. So a lot of things that she's been through, I kind of felt bad. Like my heart was broken for her. Like I really wanted to be the person to come in her life to make things better. So as we were talking, I get to a point where I am the police. I'm very nosy, basically. I'm looking on Facebook, typing in her name. I'm finding numerous Facebooks. When I say numerous, I mean several, which is a red flag for me because what is that about? The social media I have now is the one social media I had my whole life. Don't know what the situation was, but I mean several pages, right? So I come across a page that's more active than the rest of the pages. I can see that she just recently posted on there. On the cover photo is a little girl. I do know she has 2 little sisters. I've seen what they look like. So this is not the little sisters. So I also see there's things that she's tagged in by a woman that calls her wife. These encounters were prior to us, you know, starting to click up or communicate or whatever. Not that far back, but a little bit far back from that. So I go to her page. It's clear that they broke up. I don't know what the situation was, but it's clear that they broke up based on the things that they both are posting. At this point, I have an open investigation on you. So I'm talking to her at lunchtime and I'm like, I'm trying to see about you. You're a little suspicious. So she's getting a little like defensive and she was like, anything that you want to know, you can ask. I don't want to ask anything. We've been talking for months at this point. Tell me about you. So then she's getting upset. That's her favorite thing to do, actually. If you confront her about any information that you may have, she's going to get upset. Weirdest shit I ever experienced. So she says to me, anything that you talking about, I got proof. So I'm like, proof of what? What? She thinks I know something. I don't know anything. I want you to tell me something. Okay. So now I'm at work. I got to get back to work. Nothing comes from this conversation. We move on. I'm at work talking to my friends and I'm like, something is up. Like, I don't know what it is that she won't say, but something is up. And let's be clear, this is maybe 4 months into the communication. The only reason why I chose to be a detective is because of the interaction we had when we linked up. I started really liking this person. Like, we were now intimate. So I didn't know if I was going to like her prior to seeing her, but yeah, so I started looking into things after the fact. Okay, so now, to be honest, I'm at the point where I was falling in love fairly quickly, but I was falling in love. So I want to know everything about this person. So we get to a point where I get off of work, we just talking casual. I let it go because I got nothing from it. So sometimes I get in my head a lot. I'm an overthinker, so I was like, okay, let me chill out on this. We're just having a normal conversation now. In this random conversation that we having, we're just talking, and she decides to drop a bomb that she was married. She thought it was gonna fly over my head, and that was gonna be the end of the discussion. I think too much for that. So I'm fuming. I'm mad as hell because I'm like, we've been talking for about 4 to something months now, and you've not once mentioned that you were married? What the fuck is up with that? Shorty got mad and hung up the phone. Like, she got mad at me being mad that she withheld information and hung up the fucking phone on me. So we end up back on the phone. I don't know who called who, but we end up back on the phone. That's when I'm like, I got questions. Like, how you gonna be mad? I got questions. So she's like, what's your questions? So I'm like, okay, when were you married? She says that she got married a very long time ago, and they haven't been together for a very long time, like years. She's talking years. Like I said on Facebook, they were just in communication, calling each other wives a little bit prior to me meeting her. So I'm calling her out on her bullshit. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like, how does that make sense if this is this and that is that? How does this even make sense? She hangs up the phone again and says, believe what you want to believe. Just to be clear, I'm a private investigator, like literally top of the line. I'm definitely gonna believe what I see.
That would piss me off.
Later down the line, we're gonna get to a point where I went to Atlanta and she left me at her apartment while she went to work. And we'll discuss more about that marriage that she had when she was younger, and they've been separated for years because we got the facts. But I'm at work, so part 3 is gonna be tomorrow, and it might be tonight because I see that y'all really want to get down to the bottom of this shit just like I did. Okay, now that the used to be married thing is out the way,
I'm ready to get to it.
Now we're having conversations, and she's saying how she doesn't want a relationship like her marriage this, my marriage that. Now she can have those conversations, and she doesn't have to hide that anymore because she has never said anything about her marriage prior to me finding out, or prior to her admitting it because she thought that I found out. But now we're in a weird place because she's having an issue with everything that I post on TikTok. It doesn't matter what it is. She doesn't like me posting content on TikTok. So that becomes a really big issue.
Y'all met on TikTok, and she already knew that.
We're getting to know each other still. So
I don't be understanding. Like, you meet somebody in a particular setting, and then all of a sudden you want them to stop doing what they've been doing before you. You meet a stripper in the strip club. You didn't meet her at the coffee shop. You didn't meet her at the laundromat. You didn't meet her in the mall. You met the stripper in the strip club. She used to give you private dances. You wiped her up. You told her, look, I understand what you do. I get what you do. I don't care. I ain't trying to change you, make your money. You can hustle. It is what it is. I like you for you. Wooty, wooty, woo. Then a couple months down the line, or a year or so down the line, now you don't want the stripper to be a stripper no more, huh? And I can understand if you are in a position to set her up to be in a better position. And it's like, babe, I love you. We've been in this thing. We've been rocking. I don't want you to have to hustle no more. I got you. Money flowing, money good. You don't got to worry about a thing. You don't have to be a stripper anymore. I want you to find you another hobby. Find you something else that you like. But when it comes down to finances, you don't have to worry about it. That's one thing. But just to be insecure and jealous and what you've been doing and all of this stuff. And it's like, you knew what I was. So they met on TikTok. This woman been making content before they're not even together yet, but before they started to talk. And now you don't want her to make content. It's crazy. It's weird. It's really weird to me.
Now we're at the point where we're arguing a lot. The way that she handles arguments is by just not talking about it. Like, she will go missing for days, then she'll pop back up and apologize. Like, there's no accountability right away. She told me it takes her time to process things, even when she's wrong. We had a conversation where we're texting. She's so sweet. We just talking about lovey-dovey shit. I go to post something, a video with me and my best friend of 10 years. Her whole mood changes. I looked to see if she viewed the story. She viewed the story. Never, I asked her what was wrong. She said nothing. She went missing for a couple days. And then she said that she didn't like that I posted that. Of me and my best friend. At this point, she's becoming a little bit possessive. Side note, this woman used to be really, really, really huge. And she took her life back and started a weight loss journey where she lost a lot of weight. She lost her confidence on the way. She is regaining that. She does not want to acknowledge that. So I am being patient with somebody that is basically fighting themselves to get back that confidence that they lost. Oh, another thing. We get to a point where she says she doesn't know any situations where a femme is best friends with a stud. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
I told her, I understand where you're coming from, but this is my friendship. We've been friends for 10 years. She's never crossed the line. We have never done anything. This is, I don't want you posting her. I tell her, again, I understand where you're coming from. I don't agree, and I'm going to post her if that's what I want to do. If we go out to eat, if we do anything, that's what I'm going to do.
That's your best friend, right?
So now we're arguing every day over TikTok over my best friend. I'm trying to resolve stuff the same day because, to be honest, I'm very sensitive. I was devastated. I'm calling her like, why are you doing this to me? I cannot take this anymore. She has no response at the time for my feelings until the following day of every argument. And understand this, I used to be a runner, a track star. If I've seen anything that I did not like, I would get the fuck, okay? I got to a point in my life, like, I want to love somebody unconditionally. Despite anything, I want to love a person no matter what, and see if I receive a different response. At this point in my life, I feel like I definitely should do that with the right person. It wasn't for her. We have things that are occurring. I will be on the phone with her and tell her I will call her back. Not even 30 minutes later, I would get a private call of somebody that's not responding. So she would call my phone private if I had to call her back, just to see if I would answer the phone or what I was doing. Weirdest shit ever. And you know what I would do? Call her and say, damn, babe, did you miss me? She said it wasn't her. This is a new number, it's you. Okay, so now, one thing about me, I feel like I was made for a woman. I am a woman, I understand women. So I understand that we have so many feelings that we end up doing things that make no sense. So I'm watching a story on TikTok. This girl is doing a story time about how her ex blew her phone up private and was on some crazy shit. So that just made me think about the situation with me and my ex. And I was like, why do they do that? So I made a little post on TikTok that was like, why do y'all call people phone numerous times private? That's crazy. So when I made this this little note, she watched it, and all of a sudden I started getting private calls, texts from a text now number. In the texts, it was saying how they're fucking me. They know that I'm fucking with her on TikTok because she's commenting on a lot of my things. No, she never commented on anything. I used to actually hate it because, like, hello, you know. But anyway, then they start mentioning other followers on my TikTok that always engage with me. So it's a list of people, but she's the second one that's in the line of the people that engage with me on TikTok, and that they know that I'm in a relationship with her. So at this point, I know it's her because this is a new phone. I have not gave anybody this number but my friends, family, and her. Which, remember, I tested off a text now number before I even gave her this number because I didn't want anybody to have this number. So I knew it was her. So then I'm entertaining an argument. Okay, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Who the fuck are you? You ain't fucking me. I'm only fucking with one motherfucker. Then this person's like, no, you're not. You're lying. Okay, so I guess you're trying to get down to the bottom of nothing. So now I know it's her. And
so she playing
I got
games.
the number, then respond. The next day, she reaches out to me, mad as hell, saying, oh, somebody reached out to me saying that they know that we talk and that they fuck with you, and I ain't got time for the drama, so you ain't got to worry about anything. We can leave it where it's at.
I would have said okay, because that was you.
I cussed her out so bad. Because, listen, it's one thing to make some shit up. It's another thing to get in a full argument with a bitch about some shit that you know you made up. You know you lying, and you get in a whole argument with somebody knowing that it's a fucking lie and that it was you the whole time. So now we're going back and forth. She's saying it's not her. I said, okay, send me screenshots of the person reaching out to you on TikTok saying that, telling you all this information that I fuck with them and reaching out to you causing drama. Send me a screenshot.
All right.
It's 7/21, May 1st. This happened maybe 5 months ago. I'm still waiting on this screenshot. She's a liar. So days go by, we don't speak. Like I said, if there's any situation that happens, she has a hard time taking accountability. So when we do speak again, I explain to her, I understand how women get when they're in their feelings. I understand that we are long distance. She's never been in a long distance relationship before. So I understand that she's just doing stuff at this point to see if we can catch something. But we're not in a relationship, but I'm only dating you. She still never admits to it. We move on and things just get worse. So I do another part because it's just too much. Okay, now that the used to be married thing is... Okay, now here's part of part 4. Forgive me, I just got off of work. I am exhausted. But I'm the people's champ, and the people need to hear what's going on with this shit. So we get to a point where she's working, I'm working, we ain't seen each other in a few weeks. Okay. She is a bitch. She is in her feelings. She is sensitive. She is emotional. She has a problem with every single thing that I do, everything that I say. She wants her feelings to be validated. She wants me to take her side no matter what's happening, whether she's wrong or right. Basically, she is PMSing. Just so y'all know, all of this is happening while I am in school. When I say that this is the most stress I have ever been in, this is the most stress I've ever been in. So y'all wanna know what I did? I surprised her, sent her a screenshot, told her I was coming down for the weekend. She was so excited, she was so happy. I was excited too. I go there by myself. I am handling everything while she's at work. So when she gets off of work, she came. She had things planned that we could do while we were there, while I was there. So we ended up going to an aquarium. While we were going to the aquarium, I'm on the passenger side, we listen to music, we talking on and off, but I am an old lady. I am looking at the news. I'm watching murder clips. That is what I do 24/7 all the time. The news plays in my AirPod while I'm at work. I want to know what's going on. I am the one to stay informed. I didn't think anything of it. I'm thinking we're just on our way to what we're about to do. I'm just swiping in my phone, watching clips about murders. So then we get there. We had a really, really good time. I love water. I'm a Pisces. The aquarium was the most beautiful thing. I could have been there all day. I get to a point where I'm ready to go. I'm a little backed up, so I'm ready to go do the do. So we leave. We go get food first, and then we go back to the hotel. We decide to watch a movie and eat. After we get done doing the do, I get this strange fucking text message from a Atlanta number. This is why I'm asleep. She's up and I'm asleep. The text message came while I was asleep. I seen it when I woke up. And it just said, what's up, from an Atlanta number. I don't talk to anybody in Atlanta but you. No one has this number but you. I look, she's up. I didn't respond to the text. I asked her. I said, did you just make a text now number to text me while I'm sleeping? I'm confused. Totally floored. I look at her. She looked like she sent a text message. I just don't understand why. What I'm thinking is
it's her
the
new
text
thing.
message was sent to see if it would alert to see if my phone was on silent or to see if I'm dealing with anybody else in Atlanta. I don't understand why she did what she did. She said it wasn't her, and she never explained anything because she said it was not her. Girl, I know you're a liar at this point, but I'm on my way home. She goes and gets my Starbucks, prepare me on the ride to go home. I go drop the rental off. I go home. When I get home, more problems. After I just did all of this to book a flight randomly to come see you because you were missing me and you were having a lot of bad days. So I get home, she makes it very clear that this long distance thing is very difficult for her because her eyes are not on me, that when we're together, everything is perfect, but when we go back to our lives, she feels miserable. So then she starts to tell me the whole time that we were together, you were on your phone. That's a lie. I was on my phone when we were on our way places, on my phone doing a whole bunch of nothing. She says that I kept going to my messages on TikTok, writing people on TikTok. That's a lie. Notifications come in one area. She's not familiar with TikTok. So she thought that I was literally just messaging all day. I was checking my notifications that come on the same tab as where the messages are. Then she says that she feels as though I wasn't really paying any attention to her because I'm recording everything that I've never freaking seen before. Basically, she had a problem with everything that we can. At this point, I'm becoming miserable. And the next part I want to tell y'all about is our birthdays. That shit is embarrassing. It's going to be very hard for me to record that and feel that feeling again. But I'm dedicated to this. Hey, y'all.
All right, final part 4.
The ending really, really fast. The reason why I took too long because I actually have a life. I randomly decided to do story time after talking to my friend at the job. So I had to spread it out with everything that I do in my regular day life. Okay, so on the trip that I was telling y'all about, the last part of part 4, she asked me to be her girlfriend. I woke up out of my sleep. It said, will you be my girlfriend on the window, roses everywhere. That happened. After that, I went home. Like I said, she had a problem with certain things I was doing on the trip. Now we're going to get into our birthdays. For her birthday is January. My birthday is February. For her birthday, I flew her to Florida, the Tampa area. I did a resort. I was running around like crazy, grocery shopping, decorating the room. When she walked in, the room was navy blue happy birthday balloons on the ceilings, on the floor. I'm a great gift giver. I know that she likes Stitch. She got a Pandora bracelet that was Stitch. I got her cologne, all type of stuff that she never even knew of. So she was floored. She recorded it. She was like, I've never had anybody do anything like this ever in my entire life. Okay, so for the birthday trip, we relaxed. We spent a lot of time talking. She told me things, how she felt about me, yada, yada, yada. So I also cooked for her. I'm talking the whole nines. I did curry chicken, rice and peas, cornbread, candy yams, everything. The food was so good. Then the trip is over. Let's wrap that up. It was a great birthday for her. Now let's talk about my birthday. She goes back home. She goes to work. Her coworkers are like, oh my God, you deserve this. You never had anybody do anything like this for you. You need to go all out for Kiara. All this other shit. They feel just as bad for her as me. Like literally, she beefs with a lot of people there, but there's women that feel really, really bad for her because I've heard her on the phone tell every sad sob story throughout her shift every day. Everybody feels bad for her. Okay, so she's talking with the coworkers at the job. One helping her plan what type of purse to buy. One of them is picking out my perfume. She's telling me about a gift card for $200 to Starbucks. You know, I like Starbucks. She got all this stuff going on. I'm not expecting her to do anything that I did. I don't expect anybody to have the finances that I have. I'm more of an appreciative person. So if it's from the kindness of your heart, those things matter to me. So she's telling me all these things. Where do I want to go for my birthday? All type of stuff, right? A little bit before my birthday, we get into an argument. I see that she's digging for it. Like she wants the argument to be, she wants us to be done. So in this argument, I really didn't give a fuck anymore. So I was like, okay, well, let's leave it at that. We didn't talk until the day of my birthday. My birthday comes. I'm not expecting anything. I have people around me that love me. I had an amazing birthday. So she calls me on my birthday and she asks me what's my address so that she can send my gifts to me. I told her, you don't need to send it. I'm actually coming to Atlanta with my best friend. She tells me, oh, if you're going to Atlanta with your best friend, y'all have at it. You have a good time. I don't want to see you. So she's basically saying, even though I'm in Atlanta, she doesn't want to see me. When she said that, I cried on my birthday, and I really didn't want to see her either. So me and my best friend, we head to Atlanta. We go to Atlanta. We went out to eat. We had an amazing time. I got drunk, and I told her to take me to her job. She was against it. She was like, no, I don't want you to, basically my best friend didn't want me to go to her job. We go anyway. She comes out the job and we go sit down on the bench and we're talking. And I'm like, why the fuck do you do the things that you do? And she's like, oh, you miss me. And I'm like, fuck all that. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you treat me the way that you treat me? So after that, she said to come to her house when she gets off of work. Long story short, I went to her house. She didn't answer the phone. She didn't answer the door. She fell asleep. So me and my best friend, we go out. We go out to a gay club in Atlanta. We had so much fun. I got drunk. She got drunk. We had a good time. She texts me and apologizes. And she says that she up. My friend drops me back off there. I go there that night. We talk. We have a good time. The girl was really like my friend too. So we had a good time. Then that morning she had to be to work. So I stayed at her apartment. That's when I started digging. I said before, I'm nosy. I'm a detective. She left me in her apartment. She went to work. I was digging all through there. I found her birth certificate and I found her divorce papers. I looked at the date of the divorce papers and it was maybe 4 months into us talking. So she was still married, but she probably filed for that divorce, but she was not officially divorced yet. And that's probably why she didn't ask me to be her girlfriend. But the gag is she still was married at the time. So
she was married when she got with you.
I go back home.
Well,
we have a conversation.
she was messing
She's
with
telling
you.
me how hard the long distance is for her. She's never done it before. But that she knows that nobody will ever love her the way that I did. When she said this, something clicked with me. I know that someone would love me better than she did. Once that clicked, it was a wrap. So
I'm glad it clicked
one day
early.
She calls. We're no longer in a relationship. We're just, I don't know what we're doing at this point, but she says that I should order her some food. When she said that, she knew I just got back from vacation. So I was like, oh, you think I got it like that? Like in a playful manner. And she was like, yeah, you should order me some food. I didn't order the food. Because who the fuck is you feeling like? Then later on that day, we get on the phone again. I'm getting food. And she was like, nobody asked me if I ate. I said, that's funny because nobody asked me if I ate either. She had an attitude. We got off the phone. I called her the next day. She's still salty. Like I said, she used to be big. She probably was hungry. Not my fucking problem. So after that, we never spoke again. I never spoke to her after that. It was actually really disgusting and it really turned me off. And then after that, like I said, I was in school. I finished school in 3 months. I passed my exam on the first try. I get a new job. Life is lifing. This person was just a dark cloud over me, over my life. The day that I decided that shit served me no more purpose, that shit was let go. Now I'm 33 years old. This is 7 months out of 33 years of being a fucking dummy. And I'll never do it again. So I blocked 2 of her TikToks because I told you she got numerous pages. She had blocked me from the main page of her TikTok. I'm going through 40 page, minding my fucking business. She pops up. What pops up is a real sad ass, just a sad ass song. Like, I will always love you. You probably fucking will. You will never find another bitch like me. And it'll never be a thing. We would never be a thing. So I blocked the page and good riddance to you. Now I'm going to go live today and I'm going to let people join the live. And y'all can tell me y'all stories. I know I ain't the only fool. Y'all know all my business. Y'all can tell me y'all business just a little bit.
That's what I'll be saying. Y'all could tell me y'all business just a little bit in the comment section. How y'all feel about it? I'm glad that it was only 7 months. Y'all know we sit here and we kick shit and people be in these situations for years. These people be in these situations dealing with these problems and then go off and marry these same people and be with them for years, start having kids, all types of businesses together and buying houses and just tying and intertwining themselves up together with the person who showed red flags on day one. Day one. I'm glad it was only 7 months for her because other people do not make it out. I don't think that she should give up on finding love on TikTok. I think it was a situation that was kind of, like she said, she's not blaming TikTok, but she's just saying, you know, she wouldn't date anyone from TikTok. Again, as a lesbian woman, I think she should probably give it another go round, in my opinion. How y'all feel about meeting people on apps, social media dating apps, Facebook dating, all these things? How y'all feel about it? Y'all think it should go back to just being traditional, just finding whoever you gonna be with in person, whether that's a grocery store, a bar, a festival, a concert, you know, hey, family, friend of friend, you go to your homegirl family, you know, cookout, and then you meet somebody there that's not necessarily your friend's family, just somebody else who brung a friend, and kind of see how it work out. I think crazy people are everywhere. It doesn't matter how you meet them. If you run into somebody crazy, whether that's online or in person, you're gonna have to deal with that crazy person until you're not dealing with them anymore. So I can't say I feel like it's more safe, you know, to meet somebody in person and get it going that way. But I'm definitely an advocate for finding love online, because I did. You know what I'm saying? What is 2026? This is year 12 for me and my wife. So for those of you still looking for a little bit of hope, just know it's possible. Your mate, your soul mate is still out there. All right. That's all I got for you today. Look, if you like videos from me and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Run it up, was up. Yeah, BRISKO, not know when was up. Run that shit, we had